Alright, I'll try to make this quick. Alright, so first of all, I guess at the time of uploading this video, it will be Thanksgiving. So, yeah, happy Turkey Day and everything. But yeah, I guess for the occasion, we can give thanks as I talk about a super divisive animated movie. Yeah, this is The Nine Lives of Fritz the Cat. So, yeah, this is the sequel to the original Fritz the Cat movie. You know, the first move, or yeah, the first animated movie to get an X rating. This one does not have an X rating. It has an R rating, but it's still the first animated movie to get an R. So yeah, unfortunately, and I do mean that legitimately, Ralph Bakshi is not involved with this one. Yeah, so yeah, so this movie kinda does a lot of similar stuff that the first Fritz movie did. There's sex, there's violence, there's nudity, drugs, alcohol, language. Um, yeah, but it's not quite as extreme in this one. Like even the sex, there's like only a couple sex scenes in this one. There's definitely a fair amount of nudity, but there's only a few legitimate sex scenes, and none of them are like that explicit. Um, but yeah, what to say? I mean, without Bakshi, this one's kind of missing the wit and, well, yeah, mostly it's just missing, like, well, Bakshi had a vision with the first one, and, he had things to say, and, it's not like, yeah, I can't say it really resonated with me or anything, but, at least that movie had something to say. This one is just like throwing as many offensive things as it can just to be offensive. And yeah, again, it's not as shocking as the first one was, but still, it's shocking enough. And yeah, they definitely throw everything they can at you. Um, I mean, there's much to say about the plot. It's so in this movie, Fritz is living in a rundown apartment with his nagging wife, and they have this baby, and Fritz neglects the baby, and also his wife is throwing the baby around, so you can already tell the baby's not going to grow up too well. And it's and yeah, while his wife is nagging him, like he's I guess he just kind of goes on a bit of a mental journey or something. He thinks back to previous lives of his, but confusingly enough, like some of the lives are supposed to be like scenes where he's out on the street, and apparently he's already been thrown out by the wife. That happens at the end of the movie, so I guess all those other scenes on the streets takes place after that. So yeah, timeline's a little confusing, but yeah, um, but yeah, some of his lives are like back in the past. Like there's one where he's a Nazi back in World War II, and he he gets assaulted by a naked Hitler cat. That's or no way, he's a dog. Naked Hitler dog. Yep. Yeah, just call him Naked Hitler dog. Um, let's see. And what else? There's one where he goes to space and he has this black crow lady in the rocket with him, and they start you know what. Um, and what else was there? There's one where he goes to a new country that's run by black crows, and yeah, I guess it's kind of the neighborhood you would expect if like the Black Panthers took over or something like that. Um, um, and yeah, pretty much every black crow you see in this movie is not the best, representation for black people. Um, I mean, say what you will about the representation of these characters in the first movie. At least they were trying to, give you a bit of a glimpse into their livelihoods, and didn't do the best job humanizing them, but at least they seemed like some semblance of humans, humanoid animals. Yeah, here they're all just the worst stereotypes. Um, but yeah, what else? I mean, yeah, it's a bunch of unrelated. Well, I guess they're all. I guess there's a theme that ties it all together, but yeah, it's mostly just a bunch of shorts put into one movie. Um, I mean, it's still got some ambitious animation, and that's definitely a breath of fresh air. It's after the last couple movies I've watched. I think, yeah, I think the last movie before this that had even slightly decent animation or slightly interesting animation before this one was Fantastic Planet. All the other ones I reviewed after that were pretty cheap looking. Um, but yeah, I guess the voice acting is still good. Yeah, and again, there's some interesting animation, interesting, you know, um, yeah, interesting experimental stuff. But yeah, it just lacks the substance that the first one had. I mean, even though I didn't really care for the first one, you know, there was substance to back that one up. This one does not have that. So, yeah. And, yeah, this movie has, like, mixed reviews across the board. Like, there's, like, really positive reviews, really negative reviews, really middle of the road reviews. And I've seen all these kinds of reviews on IMDb, and all of them seem to have a very substantial amount of people who agree with them. And you know how IMDb has like a system with all the reviews where like users can you know vote based on or rate it based on whether they agree or not. Um, but yeah, I've seen like every kind of review you can imagine for this one, and yeah, that's that kind of sums up how I feel. Well, I can't say I really liked it, but still, there's some interesting things in it. Like, there's some interesting ideas, but, they're not executed very well. Um, yeah, I mean, I want to like these movies. It's just, you know, these adult films aren't really my thing. Like, I try to appreciate them, but, like, it's just not my thing. I like the kid stuff. That's kind of what draws me in, to be honest. But yeah, I think there are some interesting ideas in this movie, but yeah, I'd still say the negatives outweigh the positives, and you know, Fritz's character is worse than ever. He's just the worst piece of crap you can imagine. Um, and yeah, once again, there's not really anyone else in this movie that is exactly a saint. They're not really role models. But like the first one, I can't really say they're trying to be. Yeah, they're meant to be unlikable, pretty much. Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess on the matter of whether I would recommend this movie or not, I would say it depends, like, how much you like the first Fritz movie and, like, how much you're willing to see a sequel, and how much substance you're expecting out of it. Um, yeah, overall, I'd say this is one movie you're gonna have to decide for yourself if you want to see it. Um, me personally, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. I think there were too many issues, and it just lacked the substance that Ralph Bakshi's actual movies had. Without him, it's got nothing to say. Um, Sorry for the cough. It's bad weather these days, and yeah, bad allergies. Um, but yeah, without without Bakshi, this just doesn't have just doesn't have that vision. Um, so yeah, but yeah, what mainly keeps me from rating it any lower is the unique presentation. Again, the animation is good. Maybe not as good as the first one was. I mean, Bakshi isn't involved this time, but still, it's 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 something to look at. And again, I'm feeling generous towards it since, again, after the last couple movies I've watched, I was kind of in the mood for something a little more, well animated. Um, yeah. Um, I'm not sure if there's really much else to add. Yeah, again, if there's anything that I need to add, I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, as it is, I feel, I guess I might have said everything that needed to be said for now. So yeah, didn't like this one, but I guess there are some redeeming aspects to it. So yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. So yeah, mash it and smash it, signing off.